A few days ago, I was researching for my Kevin Sumlin video, and I stumbled upon the fact that Johnny Manziel was actually originally committed to Oregon. I'm not sure how I never knew that, but it made me think, what if Johnny Manziel went to Oregon, and how would that have changed college football history? Today we'll talk about that and continue my What If series. This will be my second video in that series, so be sure to check out that playlist down in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and love college football, be sure to subscribe, give the video a like, comment your thoughts, suggest a future video topic, help me reach 25K by the end of December, and stay until the end. Now let's get started and talk about what if Johnny Manziel went to Oregon. We all know Johnny Manziel is one of the most polarizing players in football history after he won the Heisman and had a spectacular career at Texas A&M. But if Johnny went to Eugene instead of College Station, what would have changed? In 2011, Oregon picked up a commitment from a quarterback by the name of Gerard Randall, but they got so excited about him, they forgot about the other two quarterbacks that had also recently committed. The first was a kid named Johnny Manziel, a not highly touted prospect from the state of Texas, and most Ducks fans apparently had ignored his verbal commitment and didn't really talk about him. The other one was a skinny kid from Hawaii that had never even started a high school game when he committed to the Ducks. His name was Marcus Mariota. Most fans didn't think Mariota or Manziel would ever play there because Randall was apparently so good. Turns out, Randall didn't even qualify and would eventually have to go to LSU and the junior college route, and Manziel would flip his commitment to Texas A&M when they offered. Marcus Mariota was the third option, but it really wasn't that much of a third option. The fans were wrong as usual, as the Oregon coaches actually felt Mariota was the best of the bunch. Former Oregon head coach Chip Kelly could hardly contain himself when he was discussing Mariota during his redshirt season in 2011. Let's talk about what happened. Johnny Manziel lit up the world and won the Heisman at Texas A&M, and some would say that most programs would be devastated by the thoughts of a big what if. But they got a commitment from another guy named Mariota, and he would lead the Ducks to a 12-1 season, a Fiesta Bowl victory, and the number 2 ranking in his freshman year. One Oregon insider actually talked about what if both quarterbacks stayed on the roster, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. He believes that Manziel would have lost the job because Mariota was taller and more physically gifted, and he didn't think there was a better quarterback to run Chip Kelly's spread offense. Basically, he says that Mariota was the create-a-player video game feature that Kelly would have loved to have. He said his best guess was that Manziel would end up transferring back to some Texas school after it becomes clear he wouldn't have won the starting job, and the rest would play out basically how it did before, but Manziel likely doesn't have that kind of season he had. This would have meant that Johnny would not have won the 2012 Heisman Trophy, and Manti Te'o would have won the award instead. Kevin Sumlin would not have won SEC Coach of the Year, and Texas A&M doesn't likely sign Kyle Allen and Kyler Murray in the coming years. But let's say Johnny beats out Mariota. It would have meant that Mariota goes to Washington and Manziel sat behind Darren Thomas. So now all the things I said about A&M are true with the quarterbacks Sumlin and Johnny Manziel's Heisman Trophy, and it also means that the Ducks could have gone to the national title in 2012 because their one loss that year was to Stanford, but Darren Thomas's experience likely lets them win that game, and the Ducks could have been the national champions that year. If we go into the NFL realm a little bit, the Titans would have taken someone else, and Manziel likely doesn't go to the Browns. Manziel wins a job in 2013 at Oregon and lights up the West Coast with his numbers, and at the same time, Washington starts to become a title contender under Mariota at quarterback, and the two battle it out every year in the Pac-12 North. Coaching-wise, the Huskies are now title contenders, so Steve Sarkisian never leaves for USC, and that means Chris Peterson never comes to Washington and he goes elsewhere. We could go on for hours and hours, but the point is, this one recruiting stretch in the summer for Oregon in 2010 changed college football history and the college football world forever, and had he stayed with his commitment to the Ducks, the history books as we know them could be a lot different. What do you guys think the scenario would be, and what are some other good what ifs I should talk about? Let me know down in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this style of video, be sure to hit the like button. And before you go, check out my video about the rise and fall of Kevin Sumlin. And until next time, peace.